Welcome back, Johnnies. I hope you guys enjoyed your summer. We are back with yet another installment of our new show, Eye of the Storm.
It feels good to be in the studio. My name is Landon Lewis.
And I'm Manuel Rojas, and this is Eye of the Storm. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that season again. No, not Christmas, but election season. It's the time of year where the Americans can come together and exercise their right to vote and let their voices be heard. Here at WRED-TV, we encourage all our fellow Johnnies and proud Americans to get out there and vote for president of the 2024 to 2028 term. To register, go to vote.gov and don't wait. Register today. It only takes a few seconds, and no matter what side you are on, we all are one. We are all Americans, and the power is in our hands. Let's go, Johnnies.
Speaking of politics, Mayor Eric Adams' administration has been indicted by the federal government for bribery, fraud, and soliciting illegal foreign campaign donations. This administration is tied to 4 total ongoing investigations, the most notorious being the one he was indicted for on September 25th, involving illegal funds donated from the Turkish government to the Adams campaign. This is the first time in New York City history that an indictment has been raised against the sitting mayor, and if he resigns or is removed from office, Jumaine Williams, a public advocate, will take over. As calls for his resignation ring out, Adams has said, "I need to reign." Subject of the other 3 federal investigations into his administration are not known at this time, but they have resulted in the resignation of multiple high-ranking officials, including the police commissioner, the public school chancellor, and the chief counsel. All of this spells trouble for the Adams administration, who face a competitive primary this June, assuming that State Governor Kathy Hochul doesn't exercise her power to remove him from office.
The MTA 2025 to 2029 capital program has finally been released. This plan discusses new projects and implementations to the New York City transit system. New innovations would include ordering more of the newest NYC subway cars, the R211s. The R211s were first delivered on the A line about a year and a half ago. These subway cars are proposed to replace the oldest subway cars, the R46S and the R68A. Today, the R211s are on the A and the C lines. The MTA is also implementing more modern signals along the Broadway, Liberty Ave, Rockaway, and Nassau Street lines. These modern signals will help trains run more reliably, smoothly, and safely. Modern signals, or CBTC, is currently implemented on the L and the 7 lines. Overall, we really look forward to seeing the future of the NYC transit system.
Astronauts Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore, who boarded the Boeing Starliner spacecraft on June 5th, still haven't returned to Earth. The launch was initially delayed due to issues with a valve in the rocket. A day after launch, the spacecraft docked with the International Space Station despite experiencing 3 helium leaks. The mission was only supposed to last 8 days, but the return has consequently been delayed. Concern grew when Wilmore reported hearing strange noises on the Starliner in late August. Now safe on the International Space Station, both astronauts remain healthy and in good spirits. Despite the situation, Williams has stated, "It's very peaceful up here." As of September 7th, the latest update confirms that the Starliner spacecraft has returned to Earth without Williams and Wilmore, who are expected to stay aboard the International Space Station until February of 2025. NASA plans to bring them back via SpaceX Crew 9 Dragon spacecraft, but it said there is no rush to bring the crew home.
Going back to our roots, we have a new installment of SportsWire. We know that St. John's is really big when it comes to sports, but ever wondered how big? Stay tuned to find out.
Hello, Johnnies, and welcome back to the fall edition of SportsWire, your home for the Red Storm's sporting events. I'm Krista Rosa Sanchez.
And I'm Ashlyn Mulligan.
And in this installment, we're going to be catching you up to speed on what's shaping St. John's athletics for the ongoing and upcoming seasons.
And what's a better way to start than with a story that will change the nature of all athletics at St. John's? Ed Call has been named the newest director of athletics, leaving his position of the same title at Fordham. This isn't his first stint at St. John's either, as he actually began his professional career as a graduate assistant working at Carnesecca Arena in 2003 while studying for his MBA at the Tobin College of Business. Call returns to St. John's with a proven track record of success, and he knows how to deliver numbers. As one of its earliest employees, Ed was pivotal in the creation and growth of Vitamin Water's global brand. He oversaw sports and entertainment partnerships for the Powerade, working with the NCAA, International Olympic Committee, World Cup, and Disney ESPN. In his previous positions at St. John's, the university experienced stellar fundraising numbers and saw an increase in athletic venues by 40%.
As athletic director at Fordham University, Cole scored a well-received multi-year apparel deal with Nike on the financial side. And on the academic side, student athletes outperformed the general student population in terms of GPA, retention, and graduation rates. Additionally, the school boasted 3 straight years of record-breaking fundraising. The university held an introductory press conference at the Janet Sheck Athletic Center to welcome Ed and his family.
The reason we do athletics is in the room here is because we believe it's an enormous benefit, an educational benefit for our student athletes. I think you learn things about life by playing at a very high level collegiate sports. I think it builds people's character. I think it changes their lives. It brings joy and community to the university. I wanted somebody who had the experience. This is not a beginner job. You really got to know what it's like right now to be in that seat. And Ed's experience at Fordham, his success at Fordham, particularly on the basketball side, I know Ed can do this job. We need an AD who can be entrepreneurial. Things are changing all the time. And Ed brings a business background, he brings his sports knowledge background, and very importantly, he knows St. John's. Ed already has a lot of relationships here with people. He can hit the ground running from day one. I could not have asked for a better answer to my prayers than the next athletic director of St. John's, Ed Call.
Thank you all. It truly is really nice to know you can't always come home. I talked a little bit about the value of athletics and looking at it from a 360 wheel of how athletics needs to really play a pivotal role for the entire university. So that's engaging all alums, not just athletic alums. That's engaging, having presence in our community, New York City and the Queens community. Not only fundraising for athletics, but fundraising for the entire institution. How does it really be a source of school spirit and school pride for everything on this campus? How do we make sure we're positioning athletics that way, that it's having benefits and it's paying dividends for all aspects? Athletics needs to be a true source of all of those major points and not just wins and losses, though of course I know we want to win as much as possible. In a world where we need leaders more than ever, I'm excited that we are developing young people in the culture and environment and preparing them for success in the real world. And I'm just truly an honor to be the director of athletics here. You'll never question my work ethic. You'll never question my effort. We may disagree, but I promise you it's going to be decisions out of passion and love and what's best for this university and this institution. I thank you so much for being here. It really means a lot to me. And let's go Johnnies.
In addition to his duties for athletics, Ed is currently pursuing a doctorate in educational leadership here at St. John's. It's an exciting time to be a Johnny. Good luck, Ed.
Over the summer, 2 Johnnies were represented in the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris. Jan Jurkowicz, a 2023 NCAA champion for St. John's, competed in the men's foil for Poland and ranked 29th in that event. Another alum, Fares for Johnny, also competed in the fencing competition in men's saber for his country, Tunisia. He placed second and received the silver medal. He is only the second athlete in Tunisian history to win in the fencing competitions and the highest ranking for that country. St. John's fencing head coach Yuri Gelman guided for Johnny to the podium, coaching him from the sidelines.
As the winter sports season is approaching, the men's basketball team is in full swing. The team welcomes 4 new transfer students, including Kadri Richmond, who made the All-Big East team in 2024. Another player who is 100% set to start is R.J. Lewis as guard. Last season, he averaged almost 11 points and 5 rebounds, and we are hoping to see him have a bigger role this season. Additionally, Coach Rick Pitino has trained his team all summer with practices, workouts, and team training on the beach. Out of 362 teams, the NCAA rankings has St. John's at rank 32. Departing from his apprehensive tendencies of last season, Pitino has confidence in his team, citing their character and attitude for the upcoming season, something he felt was lacking last year.
An exciting game to look out for at Madison Square Garden is St. John's playing the University of New Mexico, whose coach is Rick Pitino's son, Richard Pitino. WRED-TV would like to formally label this game the Big Rick versus Lil Rick Showdown. The Red Storm season begins on November 4th with a game against Fordham at Carnesecca Arena. St. John's men's basketball season tickets are on sale now. To reserve your spot, contact the St. John's ticket office at 1-888-GO-STORM or by visiting redstormtix.com. That's it for this edition of SJU SportsWire. I'm Ashlyn Mulligan.
I'm Cristal Rosa Sanchez.
And we'll see you later at St. John's.
Go Johnnies!
Wow, big thank you to Ashlyn and Crystal for bringing back our old segment of Eye of the Storm. Back here in the studio, I'm Shayla Ramos, joined with the Ava Wilson, Secretary of Student Government. What a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So let's jump right into it. We have a few questions for you today. The first being, what is SGI?
Yeah, so student government is a group of 6 elected officials, and including our senators. We have about 40 senators. We represent the student body. We're the liaison between the student body and admin.
That is so interesting. And as the secretary, what of the organization is your role specifically?
Yeah, so as secretary, I'm in charge of just the main communication between student government and the student body. I keep a record of all the legislation that we have on campus. So any policies that we have, any new bills that the senators pass, I keep a record of that. And just overall managing behind the scenes of student government as a whole. And I work with Daniel, who is the Vice President of Student Government, to oversee Senate this year.
Wow, that seems very tedious. And as the goals, what are the goals of SGI?
Yeah, so as student government, we are, like I said earlier, since we are the liaison between administration and student body, our main focus is just to make sure that the student body feels that they matter here on campus. So we work with different initiatives that we have on campus to make sure that they see themselves reflected throughout student activities, academics, or overall human beings as a whole.
That's amazing. I'm really happy that you guys are engaging with that student factor. What organizations do you guys frequently work with?
Yeah, so we work with campus activities, but besides that, we work really closely with the student programming board, so Haraya, SPB, and RSA. Those are the 3 kind of student program boards that we have that facilitate student government as a whole. But regardless from that, we have over 180 organizations on campus, so we work closely with them because we oversee just to make sure, they have the funding that they need, but also the resources that they have to thrive here on campus.
That's amazing. And how has SGI gotten involved to create a better environment for St. John's?
Yeah, so bi-weekly we have what's called assembly meetings, and that's open to the student body to come. So anyone who is interested in just hearing what we have behind the scenes is able to come. And in those assembly meetings, we have a segment that's called Campus Dialogue. Yeah. And that's just a space for students to just be vulnerable and share, maybe things that they don't like about St. John's, things that they wish to improve on, or just ways to better the campus as a whole. So whatever they say during campus dialogue, we take note of it and we report it back to our advisors. So we have weekly advisor meetings. So everything that you all say, whether it be just like, oh, I wish this was added on campus, or I wish, we had more time to do this, we would take that information back and make sure we send it to administration off campus.
That's so great. And we love that you are cultivating such a great environment for the student body. What is the biggest initiative that you guys have taken to gain interest of the students here at St. John's?
Yeah, so before I get into the initiatives that we have, one of our new initiatives that we're continuing is our podcast. So the podcast is not only for an opportunity for us to really connect with the student body, but it's an opportunity to spotlight the different organizations that we have on campus. So as you know, we have over 180 organizations, right? Over 1,000 students at St. John's, whether that be grad students, commuter students, resident students. And our podcast is a hope to spotlight the different groups we have on campus, to really give them a platform to just be in the space of, St. John's University as a whole. So we have bi-weekly podcasts just to highlight those different groups. So that's one of our initiatives that we have. The second initiative we have is service. So we're really big on service. We want to make sure that not only as student government that we are requiring those in student government to take part of service, but also the student body as a whole. So if you all are aware, we had Relay for Life. That used to be a tradition at St. John's. This year, I'm happy to announce that we are hosting what's called a Johnny Trot, and it's going to be in November 24th, to Silva Field, and that's going to be a 5K run. But if you're not a runner, you can walk. We're having that. We're having food vendors come, raising money for the New York Cancer Foundation. So it's really just to celebrate service and just be in community.
I love that. And you know, since we're on the topic about upcoming events, can you tell us about some upcoming events hosted by SGI?
Yeah, so we have the law school event, which is October 24th. We have that. So if you're interested in going to law school, Sarah Kelly is going to have a panel discussion where she's going to talk about, you know, what it means to go to law school, the first process steps that you have, as well as hearing from current law school students to just share their opinions on how it is and what you can help. So again, that's offered to any major, anyone who's interested in going to law school. The second event that we have is called Storm Fest. So it's basically just kind of like a fall festival here on campus. We're partnering with Alumni Relations, so that's October 26th. We're going to be on the Great Lawn. It's a senior, kind of like our senior scholarship event. So all the money and the proceeds that we had from that are going to the senior scholarship as well.
Amazing. I love that. We want to thank you so much for coming out, and we wish you the best with student government.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Next up, our members spent the day at the university service hosted by St. John's. Let's go check that out.
Hi, I'm Ashlyn Mulligan, and I'm standing outside of St. Thomas More Church. September 21st marks the start of Founders Week, an annual celebration here on campus that continues and celebrates the legacy of St. Vincent de Paul. Today is University Service Day, which gives students, faculty, and the greater community a chance for some community service through dozens of opportunities that they have organized. Let's talk to Alexia and see what they have planned.
Yeah, welcome to our 23rd annual Service Day. University Service Day is something that's been happening for now 24 years. And we're just getting students excited about our mission here at St. John's University. We're really involved with the community. And today is a day about coming together and really serving the community well. First, we want to know what the community needs are. We want to meet them where they're at. And it's not just, oh, let us help you. It's where can we amplify your voice? Where can we kind of meet you in the middle? And what do you need from us?
Okay, what event did you participate in today?
We did pretty much a gardening event at Juniper Park. So everyone got split into groups, and we basically put down cardboard, put down mulch, trying to make sure that whatever crops they grow next year is kind of like supported and successful.
They're inviting kids of varying abilities to come and play softball and give them like a place of community and things like that. So we got to play softball with them and kind of help out the coaches as well.
The 7 of us to do the together, and we give the vegetable to people. They said the group leader said today we gave to the 470 people the vegetable.
And what's your favorite part about community service?
Definitely the community in general. I feel like I connected a lot with people every time I do service, and it's made a big impact in my life, so I'm really grateful to be here and to be a part of this.
The most special part to me is like being able to help out first and foremost, and then I think the second part of it is like being able to do it with my hermanas and also like, you know, my friends and family and things like that. But today was really special that I got to do it with my sorority sisters as well.
I love this. This is a show like how to say Vincent de Paul said that is really to help the poor people.
My favorite part of community service is just like making an impact in everyone's lives. Like I know that all the kids that left today, they were probably like so happy leaving like champions, and like that's what I love doing.
What's your favorite part about community service?
I think especially in New York, and especially being in New York City, there's a lot of people that need help, and to see college students come together and give up a weekend, like a Saturday, and go out and help people is really special to see.
Founders Week is only celebrated once a year in September, but campus ministry and the Vincentian influence is felt all year round on campus. For more information on how to get involved or to participate in community service events like this one, you could visit them in Sullivan Hall or visit the links in the description.
Well, doesn't that look fun and informative? Thanks to Ashlyn for covering special events.
Back to our campus news. Campus Activities has brought back Studio C in the D'Angelo Center. Starting September 27th, there will be an event every other Friday at 5 p.m. in the coffee house, across from Starbucks. This includes live performances, visual arts, and other types of entertainment. Just like DAC After Dark, the events will be bi-weekly night events. However, it will focus on more on live entertainment and art. For more info, you can check the St. John's website.
Speaking of events on campus, we bring you a classes segment of Eye of the Storm Campus Buzz. Let's see what's been buzzing around campus.
Hi, I'm Joe. Welcome back to our semesterly installment of Campus Buzz. So we're on the 3rd floor of DAC today with
Noah Thomas.
And we're gonna see what's buzzing. So Noah, tell me, a zombie apocalypse breaks out on campus. Where are you going first?
I think I'm going to the garden, get some food, stock up a little. Kind of secluded back corner away from everyone. People are gonna be going to Monty's, they're gonna be going all these places. I'm thinking sustainably, I'm thinking for the future. I feel like I'm thinking smart.
Where on campus would you go in a zombie apocalypse?
I think Marilac's a good one. I think I would go to Marillac.
Marillac?
Yeah.
You don't think you'd...
4th floor. Who goes up to the 4th floor?
WRED-TV does. That is, if you're interested in joining TV Club, we meet 4th floor Marillac Mondays and Fridays. And Thursdays too, if you want to be a writer. 4th floor Marillac.
So yeah.
Johnny Thunderbird, is he hot?
I don't even know who that is, to be honest with you. I've never seen him actually. Like, I always hear about him, but I've never actually seen him.
Okay, so it's... okay.
It's up for debate.
Okay, I think Johnny Thunderbird is hot.
Objectively, yes.
Can you go into more detail, please?
No, I cannot at this time.
That's fine.
The mascot himself, he's okay. I mean, I don't know. Not my vibe, but if it was like the mascot, like the one with the suit,
yeah,
I don't know, like the person under, it's just like gives that like ooh, like secrecy, like ooh, like someone hot maybe under there. So
they're athletic too, good at gymnastics.
Yeah,
kind of.
They got that stamina.
Yeah, I mean, if you're out there, Johnny Thunderbird, maybe we could see what happens.
I will find him.
Okay.
With them.
I'm Joe Stivic. This has been Campus Buzz.
Welcome back to WRED-TV's Entertainment Corner, where we talk about all things related to the entertainment industry.
On September 9th, 2024, the beloved actor James Earl Jones passed away at the age of 93. James established himself as a profound actor over the last 60 years, becoming one of the few EGOT winners of his generation. Jones made his debut in 1958 in Sunrise Campobello on Broadway at the Court Theater, recently renamed the James Earl Jones Theater in his honor. In 2002, Jones was named a Kennedy Center honoree at the Kennedy Honors Awards and received Lifetime Achievement Awards from SAG-AFTRA and the National Board Review. Jones has amassed over 200 on-screen credits during his 60-year career. Some of his most famed roles are Darth Vader in the original Star Wars trilogy, King Jafar in Coming to America, and Mufasa in The Lion King. When asked by the New York Times in 2014 how he kept his career alive for so long, he simply said, "The secret is never forgetting that you're a journeyman actor, and that nothing is your final thing. Nothing is your greatest thing, and nothing is your worst thing." We send our condolences to his family.
More in entertainment news, it looks like doom is on the horizon for MCU fans as beloved actor makes his grand return. Robert Downey Jr., known for his role as Tony Stark, is set to return as the classic villain Dr. Doom. This grand announcement took place back in July at San Diego's Comic-Con, where Downey stylishly revealed himself to an audience of thousands. While the initial crowd reaction was filled with praise, the online reaction told a different story. A storm of mixed reactions as fans were left confused at Downey's return. Some say it ruined the significance of Iron Man's sacrifice, and others say it was done in an attempt to save the MCU. Regardless, Kevin Feige and the rest of the team at Marvel have succeeded in making waves in the turbulent ocean of pop culture. The result of this awaits to be seen when Downey Doom finally makes his on-screen debut.
Coming off of that, here are some upcoming films you definitely want to watch on the big screen. Saturday Night, a biographical dramedy about the creation of the infamous show Saturday Night Live and how it changed broadcast television, comes out on October 11th. We Live in Time, starring Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh, is a dramatic romance story. Reports say to bring a box of tissues for that one, coming to a theater near you on October 18th. If you weren't terrified by the first Smile, you should give it a second try with Smile 2 on October 18th. And last but definitely not least, Venom: The Last Dance, also the last installment in the Venom series, is a closing chapter in the romance story of Eddie and Venom, coming to you October 25th.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to our Fall 2024 installment of Eye of the Storm. Make sure to check us out on our YouTube channel, Instagram, X, and LinkedIn for more content. My name is Landon Lewis.
And I'm Manuel Rojas. Thank you for watching and have a lovely day.